So we can start with our invocation prayers. This was a master. Nalini Mataji, you start us off. This one, this place, this one, 8 prayers.
Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Karamayam Tadadi Swapadantikam.
Very nice. Divya Mataji, can do the next one? If you can.
Vande Sri Guru Sri Yudapadakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Saharanamidam Tam Sajivam Sarvaitam Saradutam Harijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Paran Sahagana Sri Vishakhanidamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagapate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute. Tapta Kanta Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Pranamami Haripriye Kripa Sindhu Devacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha.
Vijay, can you do the next one? Microphone to Vijay. This is the one. Shri Krishna
Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Loose. I thought it was Jocelyn. Loose can do the next one. Loose this one here. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you, Loose. Wow, for the first time. Nailed it. Very nice. Yeah, everything's in English, right? So it's not about reading it. But the meaning about all this prayer, all this mantras, of course, you can go back here on the side. There's a place of IO and an introduction. You can understand the meaning of it. But the meaning of this main mantra, which was being sung around here for the past hour, and we will continue to do that throughout the program. Basically, the meaning is energy, oh energy of the Lord, please engage me in your service. So I want to be engaged in the service of the Lord, right? So, for example, when we have headache or some kind of migraine or headache, some stress, what do? Take something, right? Yeah. Take something decent, right? Yeah, to help us out. So same way, this meaning, the mantra's meaning is to engage me in the service. So without service, this is something we cannot figure out all the time. But without service, we become crazy.
Yes.
We need to have some engagement. So now the word engagement or association or other common words are there which exist in the world, which we know that yes, we should be doing these things, right? But the main word is service. Also the main word is engagement. We need to engage. Because if something has a very high output, right, it is not reach the right source, right place, what happens? You know, the break the place, make it damage or something, wrong can happen. So if we engage in the right way. Like, you know, in the ancient times, maybe this today's world where, you know, the bulls. What is the bull known as? The bulls.
The stock market one?
Farming. Yes, farming.
Tilling the land.
Tilling the land. The cow is known as the Mother, bull is known as the father, right? Now, cow is the mother, gives us milk, and bull is the father through which we use it to plow the land or till the land, and in that land we plant vegetables and stuff, right? So, the bull has lots of energy, so much energy. It has to be engaged, it has to be used. So, we use it. Right? So, similarly now as human beings, we have this energy of mindset, we can think of what is right for me, what is not right for me, what is good for me, what is not good for me. So based on those thoughts, we have to do something with it. Like, we sometimes we need our free time, me time, relax time. But after some time, how much can we do the me time? I mean, so on Sundays we get extra sleep, or Sundays extra sleep. But if you sleep more, what happens? More than enough?
Headaches.
Headache, all of us know that.
Yeah.
Extra sleep causes headache. And then, oh my God, I slept too much. That's why I got a headache. We don't know this. Right? For this, we know I need to be engaging myself in those things where I can release my energy. That's where we all have this energy. This difference in normal use of our body and releasing our energy compared to this material way. Compared to spiritual way is that spiritually we engage ourselves, we get more and more intelligence of how to use our energy in a proper way. Like in America, there's so many games, so many sports here. Some of them just drive ATV on dirt road. Right? Just for no reason. Drive there, get dirt and covered up, and machines get ready, and then people sometimes get hurt, driving the jeep on the rocks. It's not really a game thing. Real life is a game, right? So what happens with that? This basically means people have lots of energy, lots of thoughts about creative ideas, but it's not, the avenue is not the right place to release it. It's just anyway. So here, a place like spiritual place like this, we get to understand how we use our real intelligence, not the artificial intelligence. Right? Real intelligence. Because artificial intelligence is what? Let's do something. Let's do something. Anything. Let's do something. Let's be engaged. No. We want to be understanding what we should engage ourselves in. Otherwise, of course, energy is always there unless and until we are so-called young looking. Once we are older, walking stick, wheelchair, what can we do? No. But that time what happens? The mind is still working, still young or still working. Right? So to train the mind with the body that we have, to engage in such services, then we can always be satisfied. Otherwise, satisfaction. Another popular song, you get now satisfaction. It's an old song like this. You don't know that song? Rolling Stones. How's it go?
Yeah, Rolling Stones.
Yeah, sing it.
Yeah, Rolling Stones.
Can you sing it?
I don't know.
Okay, so today we will do our text 51, which we have been doing all of last week, last night also. Let's see how much.
And later on today.
And then on today. That's true. Okay, yeah, this is like, most kids play the game called Monopoly or some other game famous. But this is the book. It's like a game for us. So we play this book like a game. It's Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is supposed to be read very seriously and paying attention to it, right? But we have to make it more fun and more interesting. Otherwise, it just becomes like a monotonous task and moved on from there, right? So this is text from the chapter 2 of the book, and Vijay can show Luz the book. Also, we have the book here, Bhagavad Gita. We should have one yellow one here so we can show it there. It's on the gift shop too. That's the main book, or the book, which we use always as our guide. So text is established 2, and the 2 text chapters, the title is Contents of Gita Summarized, and this is text 51. And of course, this in Sanskrit on top, and Sanskrit in English letters at the bottom, and then word to word meaning, and with the translation, so which we can understand, and also goes with a small property. You found it, Vijay?
Yes.
Right. But you can see here for now. I can't show you the book later on. If you want to get a book, we have a book too. So you can get that book later on. Okay. Krishna, will you have the microphone? You want to just read out this? Somehow my screen is not going wide.
Control plus.
Control plus. Yeah. Okay. Next much. See, you can't go back, all right? Because you know
You
this
can
story is-
control minus.
Yeah. No, I said, no, you can't go back to this thought you told me. Now that once you get used to this with the hands.
Ah.
This also works.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Karmajam buddhi yukta hi
Karmajam buddhi yukta hi
Palam taya manisinaha
Palam yaktva manishinaha
Janma bandha vinirmuktaha
Janma bandha vinirmukta
Padam gachanti amayam
Param gachanti anayam.
Anybody else want to say? Doesn't have to come back.
कर्मजां बुद्धियुक्ता हि
Karmajam buddhi yukta hi
फलं त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः
Palam yaktva manishinaha
जन्मबन्धविनिर्मुक्ता
Janma bandha vinirmukta
पादं गच्छन्ति अनामयम्
Param gachanti anamayam.
Can I see Hindi also once?
Yeah.
Floating.
Yeah.
In fact, both.
Oh, 4 minutes. There you go.
Perfect. Thank you. Karmajam buddhi yuktam. Sorry. Karmajam buddhi yukta.
Karmajam buddhi
Karmajam buddhi yukta hi
Phalam tyaktva manishinaha.
Palam yaktva manishinaha
Janma bandha vinirmukta.
Janma bandha vinirmukta
Padam gachanti anamayam.
Param gachanti anamayam.
Anybody else, Suresh? Want to try? Okay, 3 microphones. Rajat, you next.
कर्मजं बुद्धियुक्ता हि
Karmajam buddhi yukta hi
फलं त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः
Palam yaktva manishinaha
जन्मबन्धविनिर्मुक्ता
Janma bandha vinirmukta
पदं गच्छन्ति अनामयम्
Padam gachanti anamayam.
Karmajam buddhi yukta hi
Karmajam buddhi yukta hi Palam yaktva manishinaha Janma bandha vinirmukta Padam gachanti anamayam.
Vijay, you want to try?
कर्मज बुद्धि युक्ता हि
Karmajam buddhi yukta hi
फलं त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः
Palam yaktva manishinaha
जन्मबन्ध विनिर्मुक्ता
Janma bandha vinirmukta
पदं गच्छन्ति अनामयम्
Padam gachanti anamayam.
Very nice. Nandu, you want to try? Nandu, you try? Can you see? Okay, clear it? 1 second. On top, yes. There you go. Can you see or not? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
You have to say this in the microphone.
Karmajam buddhi yukta hi
Karmajam buddhi yukta hi
Phalam tyaktva manishinaha
Palam yaktva manishinaha
Janma bandha vinirmukta
Janma bandha vinirmukta
Padam gachanti anamayam
Padam gachanti anamayam.
Option. If option, hand you. Behind.
Karmajam buddhi yukta hi
Karmajam buddhi yukta hi
Phalam त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः
फलं त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः
जन्मबन्धविनिर्मुक्ताः
जन्मबन्धविनिर्मुक्ताः
पदं गच्छन्ति अनामयम्
पदं गच्छन्ति अनामयम्
कर्म जन्म बुद्धि युक्ता ही
कर्मजं बुद्धियुक्ता हि
फलं त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः
फलं त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः
जन्म बंध विनिर्मुक्ता
जन्मबन्धविनिर्मुक्ता
पदं गच्छन्ति अम्ययम्
पदं गच्छन्ति अनामयम्
Sound you can try? Okay, so go away,
कर्मजं बुद्धियुक्ता हि
कर्मजं बुद्धियुक्ता हि
फलं त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः
फलं त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः
जन्मबन्धविनिर्मुक्ता
जन्मबन्धविनिर्मुक्ता
पदं गच्छन्ति अनामयम्
पदं गच्छन्ति अनामयम् कर्मजं बुद्धियुक्ता हि फलं त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः जन्मबन्धविनिर्मुक्ता पदं गच्छन्ति अनामयम्
Yes, go ahead and get everyone's. Oh, yeah. Thank you for being again with us.
Someone dropped.
Okay, someone dropped the keys. Oh, thank you. Seek and ye shall find. That's nice. Yeah. Get your chairs and get your cushions all organized and ready. Saloni.
Go ahead, Saloni.
Saloni, fast.
कर्मजं बुद्धियुक्ता हि फलं त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः जन्मबन्धविनिर्मुक्ता पदं गच्छन्ति अनामयम्
Very nice. Thank you very much. Okay. Anyone knows any words here? Okay, Radhika, how much word do you think you know in the meaning?
Phalam,
Phalam
results.
Phalam is results.
Janma, birth.
Janma, birth.
Janmabandha, birth and death.
Janma, birth and death.
Buddhi,
Buddhi,
mind.
mind.
Padam is feet.
Padam is feet.
The great mind.
Buddhi Mukta, the great mind.
गच्छन्ति जनाः
Gachanti, jhana, or moving on. Or
Anamayam,
Or-
miseries.
Karma, karma activities.
Tyakva means give up.
That one is give up.
Anamayam,
Anamayam,
miseries.
miseries. Pretty much we got everything. Anyone else? Manishina, very nice.
Human. I think Manishi is human. Manishina.
Yeah. Manush is human, but Manish, let's see. Anyone else? What is it? Manishina?
Great sage.
Great sage. Okay, Manishina, great sage. Let's try Saloni. Do you think you know any meaning of the words? Anyone? No? Okay. Moving on. Okay. Keep reading. He suddenly followed results. Tattva giving up. Great sages. Janma bandha, free from the bondage of birth and death. For birth and death, become free. Vidil Mukta. That's nice. Liberated. Vidil Mukta. What's the slogan? Vidil Mukta? Narad Manish. Tat Parat Viranir Malam. There's so much slogan the head can get out. The position one. No designation one. That one. Anyway, read it up. Padam, position. Annamaya Budam Miseries. So pretty much everyone got it in a way. Great. Okay, today, oh my god, it's too very small here. Right. See, one more. Okay, great. Sunil, you read the translation, please.
By thus engaging in devotional service to the Lord, great sages or devotees free themselves from the results of work in the material world. In this way, they become free from the cycle of birth and death and attain the state beyond all miseries by going back to Godhead.
Okay, so today, instead of giving you feedback to this, we're going to all try to come up with some questions. And maybe one of you can write the questions they ask, right, in short form, and then we'll find the answer and the problem. Everyone's following me? All of us will come up with some questions, right? And we've done this exercise in our remnant also, I want to describe much more now. So, and they will write the questions, and then we'll go back to those questions, and then we'll try to find those answers of the questions in the purport of Srila Prabhupada. Right? It has to be there. And if not, then this is more question, right? So, now, maybe the ladies' side, come up with a question.
We put
As
this
a
up.
You want us to come
just
up as a
from
group?
here. Huh?
As a group, come up
No,
with questions?
individually.
Individually?
Individual.
I have a few questions.
Very good to keep one. First of all, Devi Mataji, ask one question from this text.
So, it says the first line says
Will you use the microphone so they can also, right?
the first line says devotional service.
Mhm.
So which devotional service or what devotional service is better than the other? Like, we can wash dishes and we can, change
Dress.
or
Okay.
putting rangoli outside.
Okay, perfect. So, which type of devotional service should we perform as compared to the other? Okay, both of you had the same question? One of you can write on it, it's fine. Or one of you had one and the second one can write the second question. Someone of you got it? Okay, good question. Another group had one question? At least one for now.
Is devotional service the only means by which one can become free?
Got it? Got it? Is devotional service the only way by which one can become freed? Great. This side, anybody else? Question? What's going that question? Microphone?
So he talks about attaining the state beyond all miseries. So I'm wondering what exactly is considered the state beyond all miseries?
What is considered the state beyond all miseries? What is considered the state beyond all miseries?
By looking at the great sages, I remember I would like to see some of the great sages mentioned or understand who are we can take an examples. Also maybe there are subsequently one of the great sages of Lord Vishwamitra, when he has done thousands of years of dhyan and meditation on the Lord, he got disturbed. So maybe that I need to know a little bit detail after the class.
Okay.
I just have
What was Prabhuji? He was also an example.
Guru says, by engaging in this work, devotional service, you become free from the results of that work in the material world. So what's the difference between this work and what that work? Wouldn't we be better off not do any work?
Great. You got the question? What is the difference between this work and that work? And this work is the devotional service work, which will free us from the other work. So would it be okay to do any other work compared to this and that? You guys got it? I'll ask these questions. We will answer all these questions this weekend. Go. As many questions we can go. The time we have. What's going on? There's not any questions you have?
I was just
No, wait, after.
Yeah.
Okay.
What makes someone a great sage or a devotee?
Very good. Wow, that's our goal. What makes someone a great sage or a great devotee? Very good question. What's the question you're asking about?
one that's simply connected to how can we go back to Godhead what is it that, what is the most important devotional service we should do in our life that can take us back to Godhead for sure?
What is the
I'm just
most
connecting the top line and the, just
and what is the most important service we
Devotional
can
service.
do that can
Yeah.
take us back home back to Godhead? Because that's right. I don't think that long questions. I don't know. Right. Anybody else's name? Yes. Sunil, go ahead now.
So, what are all the miseries in this material world?
Okay, all the miseries that we need to be worried about. And listen,
What if somebody doesn't know or doesn't believe in cycle of birth and death?
Right.
I always wondered what happens to them.
nice.
And one person I can think of is Albert Einstein. Extended.
Nice. And you go on to go.
Why is it only sages and devotees that free themselves from misery and not everyone?
Nice. I like this question. It's very good. Why are the sages and devotees most likely to free themselves from this entanglement? Very nice. Listen to Kumar. Amazon. Hi, Hare Krishna. Please.
I think
He was such a mistake.
why do we need to follow the sages? Why can't we just do it or just be me?
Okay.
Why do I need to follow the sages?
Why do we need to follow the sages? Why can't I just do my own way? I am the sage person. Yes, sir. The person, one second. The girls, questions, okay? Holding it down? Okay. Right?
Maybe I might be wrong, Prabhu. I think one of the texts where I read in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, at the end of millennium or a mano or a cult, like every soul will go and, like maybe the destruction, massive destruction. Then everybody will go back to Godhead, right?
No.
So maybe that, yeah.
Oh, ask a question. Ask a question now.
Though, at the end of the
If you have a
millennium, going back to the Godhead, well, all the souls will go back to the Godhead at the end of the destruction of the Yuga.
Good. Will everyone go on back home at the end of the age? Finished. Yeah, please find your space and chairs or feel comfortable. Yes, how are you? What's your name? Dara. Nice meeting you.
What is the cycle of birth and death?
Oh, good. What is the cycle of birth and death? Now, we'll get to a lot of questions. We don't know how many we get, but if you don't get from the time of the session, we'll go after the later on. So, yes, Vijay.
Why we are in the bandhan of the karma, like death and birth?
Why are we
Why are we?
in this life of bondage,
Yeah.
of birth and death? Birth is a bondage, death is also a bondage. Why are we in this situation? Right? Bruce, any question you want to ask from this text that is disturbing you so badly?
I think you guys asked.
Okay, so you ready for the answers on this, eh?
Yeah.
Someone raise a question, give a microphone. We have here in front.
Why does only doing service get us out of the material world?
Okay. Question number one. Why does only doing service then can be expanded much back to serve in service? Very good. So very nice. Not anything. Smiling. You know all the answers, eh? Yeah, so today we're gonna use our real intelligence, not artificial intelligence. Yes. To answer this question. Very good. So this is how we will use our books. Now this book is Bhagavad Gita, everyone knows it. We have to start using this book as a platform of inquiries, right? It's like you play a game of Monopoly. You have a lot of money with you, but it doesn't mean that you can buy the properties. Sometimes you pay rent to other people's properties, then money goes. So we can use this book is in front of us always to be able to get in depth and we can understand what is this for me here. It's not just okay, someone's telling you to go to a church or be spiritual and then you just live like this, your life like this. No. You start answering this question as pursuits or pertains to you in your own life. What should I do? And all these questions you have asked questions for your own self, right? No. Right? Now we will find the answer. So now let's see what Srila Prabhupada gives his responses about understanding this whole little text. By thus engaging in devotional service. So, did anyone ask a question? What is devotional service? Is it there? If it's not there, then you make a note of it. What is devotional service? To the Lord. Why not to anybody else? It's not the question. Why not to the Lord? Why not to anybody else? Why not to the chair or the table? Please come in. Please come in. Yes. We need to have. I think we need to have a welcome center now. Tell them, yes, come inside. Sit here. Go there. And there's a lot of space in the front.
Move the this one up here.
Yeah, maybe our
Somehow
people.
in the front.
Yes, let's come here.
Need some
We'll
cushions.
make more space here, so come here. Our own local devotees come here, so the guests can stand up there. Usha Mataji, Chandrika Mataji, you are not, you Mataji, you fix there. You fix there. Everybody else can come here. Great. No, it's good. Very good. So, and the chair is also available to everyone to use. A little bit of question. Did you ask a question already?
Yeah.
Oh. You get to, right?
Well, I have a few questions, but we can save some for.
Okay, some, if you don't answer here.
Yeah.
Great. And everyone who came here for the first time, please welcome all of you. Thank you for being with us. Feel comfortable on the cushion, on the chair. Okay, feel at home. And we have water there. You need to bring water bottles. Okay. So, instead of just reading, like, as we just read, we'll read in terms of finding this answer. So, I'm trying to think how do we sequence the questions? What's the first question? So how many questions we have altogether? Around 9 or 10?
Well, at least 12. I didn't write some.
Okay. You also have the questions down to? Oh. 16 questions. Very auspicious number. 16. What's the first one? Okay, which devotional service is best and which was better? Okay. So let's read through this and see what we can get through this. So the best way to do this is read everything. Then we'll get to know. And then we'll have you guys pick up, stop, I found my response there, right? You will raise your hands to your questions. Then we know, okay, it's somewhere there. And if something is not very clear, we will also go deeper in that. So maybe we can have someone reading this text. Oh, remember.
The liberated living entity belongs to the place where there are no material miseries. The Bhagavatam 10.14.58 says, Samasrita ye pada pallava pallavam mahat padam punya yaso murari Bhavama buddhir vatsa padam param padam yat vipadam na tesham. For one who has accepted the board of the lotus feet of the Lord, who is the shelter of the cosmic manifestation and is famous as Mukunda or the giver of Mukti, the ocean of the material world is like the water contained in a calf's footprint. Param Padam, or the place where there are no material miseries, or Vaikuntha is his goal, not the place where there is danger in every step of life.
Okay, up to this point, which questions were answered? Is it part of the questions?
I think Nalini, this question not answered. Why this is to be considered as a measuring?
Right, very good. So can you, I want you guys to explain the way you understood. All our friends have questions, and our friends will be the one who will help them understand from here. And then if nothing else is there, we'll discuss more. So you're going to take the microphone, Robert, and explain the question. What was the question again?
I think Mataji asked a question about why this is considered as a miseries. Why? Right, Mataji? If I understand your question right.
Some people don't believe in such.
Some people don't believe this is a misery, right?
No, you the second one, right?
No, that's what I said. what if we don't believe in cycle of death and birth? What happens?
What if people don't believe in second birth and death? Okay, that's not the one right here, right now. Okay, here what it says about, right? What is the material world like? Padam,
Yat Vidam.
Yat Vipadam. Okay, good. Does anyone know the meaning of it?
There is danger
In
every
every
step of
step there is
Padam,
danger.
Padam, Yat Vipadam. Right? That is, means there is danger at every step. Now, what type of world is this describing? The material world. Material world totally dangerous at every step, right? And we always have some kind of situations. We are coming happily all the from the temple, and all of us say, sometimes someone just crosses you in the road. Oh my God, what is happening here right now? Right? Yesterday, Om Krishna, he's inside, was coming. He left home at 4:30 a.m. in the morning for seva here. It started at 6 o'clock, but there was a crash somewhere else. He was safe, but he had to wait now for an hour for that. So, at every step, there's a danger in this material world, right? We might think, no, I don't want to be feeling this danger, I don't want to feel positive, feel happy, it will be all good. No, this is the effect that we must know, that this can happen. Like when we have young kids, they want to play around with so many things, right? But what do the parents to be aware of? The kids are so playful, young child, so playful, want to run around here and there. What do you have to be careful about?
They're not getting hurt.
They're not getting hurt in any ways. Okay, if everything has to be put away, all the sharp objects, everything else, the plug should be plugged in, covered in, they don't put a hanging finger in there or some wire in there, and they'll give a water bottle to spray, they don't drink the water bottle spray, instead of the water plants, right? So they want to make sure that they don't get into danger, as Vijay said, right? Right? So which means there is a danger at every step. This is why we try to protect it. And this is a description of the material world, right? So, was there any questions about that or no? But we just.
What kind of danger?
Okay, good one, good question.
Just still I got into the accident.
That's one danger.
Yeah, that is one danger.
Right, what is another danger?
I don't know.
We have planned to do something tomorrow. And tomorrow we don't get up. The biggest danger. Right? Our life has a time limit.
So how could that help to overcome with the devotional service?
Right. So we have to start performing the devotional service.
What is the devotional service?
Then what happens now, this might answer a lot of questions, hopefully. Right? Devotional service someone has to do, our consciousness elevates from me to him. It's all about him, it's all about me. Otherwise I'm doing everything about me. Right? To wake up, do this, get this accomplished, get this degree, get this job, get these things. But the Lord was always put aside. So now my consciousness is only about fulfilling my activities. And by doing such things, I leave my body, I die. Right? But with the consciousness of getting everything again for me. So I will get another birth, another body to fulfill all those things that I have wanted to get. Now when we perform service to the Lord, we also will die. Because with the material body, we live our body like this. But what happens? We continue our bhakti, our devotional service from the place we left in the previous life. So our desire to continue will be more.
So while we are performing the devotional service, that time we should create the feelings of the surrendering to the God.
This is the best.
That is true.
This is true, very true. Right?
Because if I am doing devotional service, I am creating the I, like I am doing the devotional service and I am doing like I am creating the I, then I am the same as the people outside over there, right?
So what he is saying that we have to do the devotional service with full surrender, not just do it. But our Guru is so kind, he said just do it first of all. The surrender, I will help you with that too. So we can't do everything on our own. It's like when the kids are trying to get up on the window sill and they are just trying to go up, and what do we do as parents? We pick them up and put it there. So that is the job of the Guru. That's why I was telling yesterday to Sunil and other devotees, our temple, ISKCON temple and other temple is how different. How is it different? All the temples have God in there, right? All the temples have God. What also we have here? Guru in English?
Spiritual master.
Guide. Spiritual master guide is there. The guide is always going to help us. So Vijay's question is very good. We must try to surrender. Even the Prabhupada said you can imitate, become a devotee. Not imitate, become a Krishna. Imitate to become a devotee. But then Guru is going to help us to fulfill, go to the next step and create or bring that humbleness, humility inside you. Right? So then also these services will also help us develop the taste in the services that we are doing. Then we oh wow, I didn't like this before, but now I love cooking, I love singing, I love cleaning. And some of you who just joined 2-3 years ago from nowhere, and now you guys like becoming pros in different services. And this is amazing. And how it's happening? Intelligence is getting Guru. Because you want to surrender yourself. Even though you don't surrender yet, but you want to surrender to the Lord by doing service. So the bottom line is what? In Bhakti life means what? What is the devotional life's bottom line? Always try to find
a way,
a service or an engagement. That's what it was, engagement. We all get engaged sometime in our lives. So let's become engaged with the right service here. Okay, the calf's hoof print. The example, does anyone understand the calf hoof print? Now, how many of us can cross the ocean with 1 foot here, 1 foot there? Not even the river, not even Lake Mandro, Lake Dasa, or Lake Yola, you can do that, right? But calf's hoof print, calf's hoof means the leg. So when the calf walks on this soil, earth, it presses down and the water fills it up. How hard is that to cross? Is this much size only? Calf. The big one will be this big, calf is small. How hard is to cross? Really easy to cross. The devotional service performed with surrender will make it very easy to cross the ocean of material suffering that we are going through this point. So I want to make sure we are answering the questions rather than I'm just going all over. Otherwise, it doesn't defeat the
One
purpose.
Mataji asked, that
Yes.
is the new one. What is the cycle of birth and death?
Okay, what is the cycle of birth and death? That right? What is the cycle of birth and death? Anyone wants to try? Give a try? Sunil, Suresh, is it what? Praveen is there. What is the cycle of birth and death? There's one microphone at the back. Come closer, no?
Just to give an analogy, the banyan tree example. So how the banyan tree, the main trunk grows, and at the end of its branches, again those twigs come down, they go into soil, again one more banyan tree comes, again it expands like that. The same thing with the cycle of birth and death. As Prabhu is mentioning, if you create desires in your subtle body, and there is a verse also in Bhagavad Gita, whatever the state of mind one maintains during the time of death, he'll carry that to the next life, or his destination is confirmed based on that. The same thing. In our subtle body, if we still engrossed in that thought of I want this, I, then again you will be in this world only. But if we purify our consciousness, thinking that I am the servant, I should work for his pleasure, he is the eternal. Then
we need it on.
Too much noise.
Okay, but we need it on. It's so hot already. It's off. Oh, it has to be on. Maybe move somewhere else. Here.
Yes,
You have to come sit here because that has to be. This is not going so good. What is 69 or 60? 60 or 59. And Emily, yes, thank you. I was like, from here, I feel it. Yes.
So I say at the time of death, if you are engrossed your consciousness in I need mind, I want that, I will do like this. If you make plans like that, you say material nature will give you the body in this material world to fulfill those things. So, but if you purify your consciousness by doing devotional service, hearing, chanting,
Okay, thank you.
Then
yes, very good. Yeah, also make it more easy to understand. What's his name? What did you name him? What did you name him? Darsh. This is short form of Darshan. Darsh. Very nice. So Dhara, what is the cycle of birth and death? Is like a rat race. You know what rat race means? Rat race. You see these games they make for the small animals, they go around and around, they keep jumping and they keep running. So it's like this, going around, going around. So we take birth, we do our things, we get old, we get sick, then we die. Then we get born again based on the karma we did in the previous life. So we just got born, then we died, and we get birth again or born again to go through the same difficulties. Now, how many of you have gone to school? All of us have gone to school, right? Right? And in the school they teach us algebra or some kind of formulas or chemical formulas or whatever, right? How many of you have used that in your daily job, in real work? Do you ever go to a store and say, can I have CO2 or O2, H2O, whatever the names are, NCL? No, right? It's difficult. And we did everything, we accomplished, we died to take birth again, to do the same thing again. So it's called a rat race, right? In Maya Jal, in Hindi Maya Jal, ke chakkar se humko, we have to find our way. The maze, then you have sometimes we play a game for maze, right? Go here, they'll make a picture chart, start here, turning point here, right? How to get out. So go here, oh my god, I'm stuck. Then you go back up, then you come out. At the end you come out. Otherwise you always get stuck somewhere. So Janam Mrityu ka chakkar, Janam Mrityu Jara Vyadhi. These four things, right? Birth, death, old age and disease. And we all know disease is something that we never like to go through, right? Old age, again, you are totally handicapped. You depend on your kids and family members, whoever to take out, right? But then you leave the body. We all die, right? Now the most amazing thing is what? Yudhishthira Maharaj told us. What is the most amazing thing?
Everybody will die, but I will not die.
Yes.
Everybody will die, but I will still be
Everyone will die. पता है सुना क्या हुआ? वो चला गया, right? ऐसा बात करते. We talk like this. Oh, he left, but I'm going to be alive. I will never die. So we leave our body, we die, to come back again as what? Maybe lucky to be human being, but any of the 8.4 million species, right? Can be a dog, can be a cat, can be a raccoon, can be alligator. Become a mouse again. Oh, that's a very good one. You can watch our YouTube channels, small dramas. It helps us to understand, right? One small entity was what? It was a mouse, right? It was a mouse. Mouse was scared of the cat. So he went to this one sage who has some magic powers. Can you make me a cat? So the cat would chase me. So when he became a cat, and the dog started chasing the cat. He went again back to the sage. Sage, please, can you help me become a dog so I won't get bothered by the dog? So he became a dog. And then the tiger comes and chases the dog. Right? Then he said, what to do now? Then, what did he do?
tiger.
Oh, he becomes tiger. By the power of the Guru, he becomes tiger. And then becomes a tiger, he said, Guru, now I want to eat you. Guru said, you crazy? Become a mouse again. So he became a mouse. So this is our life and death. So what happens now, the culture sometimes we are brought up in our lives tells us just do good things in our lives. Right? Just do good and kind things to everybody. Don't worry about anything. Don't say bad words. Just be good, be good, be good. Be you. This question also answers there. But in the end what happens? What have you done good to yourself? We always think of doing good to others but never think to yourself. Right? So how can I save myself not to stay in the rat race again? Not to say that. Right? As human beings we do so much hard work all our life. No one is relaxing easily. Right? Who is relaxing as a human being? There are some. Kids. Kids don't worry. At 5 p.m. dinner is on the table, for sure. Now the parents have to figure out where I can have the dinner for my kids. But kids know my school bag is ready, my school pen is ready, my books, my everything, shadam, dinner, camping, staying, sleeping over, everything is ready. We don't have to worry about anything. But the cycle again, we can grow up, we die, come back again, the same thing is going back again. So we have to get free from this cycle. And if as long as we're in the material world, we'll go through this. Now, material world, example of material world is what? The jails, the prison house. In India we have Tihar jail and whatever jail we have there, right? So what do? You go to the jail to do some good work. Or to correct yourself. And maybe you do something nice there. Instead of 5 years they give you, okay, you did good job, you did a lot of breaking the stones, whatever you call it. And then you get away in 3 years, for example. But then you come out, then what happens? Then you do something else again. Oh my God, because the habit doesn't leave us. The stealing habit or the crime habit doesn't leave us. Small thing, you're caught again, back in the jail. So now how do we deliver or free ourselves is through bhakti, is through devotional service, to the Supreme God. Okay? What's the next question? I don't know how many questions we were able to answer to this.
What about the non-believers?
Oh yeah. What about those people who don't believe of the cycle of birth and death? You know something? What about those who don't believe in the cycle of birth and death? But make it also easier on the fact of it, face it, birth and death, right? Are you alive or dead right now? You are alive, right? So you believe that you were born. There's something in the real value, face value, you were born.
So even if people don't believe, it's kind of like if you were talking about classes, what a lot of physics teachers will tell you. Gravity is real whether you believe it or not. It's going to be something that will always act on you. Essentially, Prabhupada always talks about karma. He often refers to it as a law of nature. It doesn't matter whether you ignore it or you fully believe in it, it will always have its cycle. It's just a part of nature. It's not going to care if you're an Indian body, if you're an American body, if you're wealthy or poor. It will just do its act because it's just a force of nature. And then that's also Maya's illusion. Like illusion will sometimes cover those who are not willing to understand, and that's where the phrase ignorance is bliss. This is one life, YOLO, you only live once. I'm going to enjoy it, and then whatever your consciousness at the time of your death, that's where you're going to get in your next life. But because of your ignorance, you're not going to remember anything. So it's just constantly over and over again. So that's why Srila Prabhupada says it's just to break the cycle. So it's like breaking that mentality. Because it's a stagnant mentality of just one life, and I'm done. But then realizing that this repeats over and over and over again. So in order to actually break that cycle, that's where you engage yourself with something of a higher consciousness. And then you can understand the natural laws and kind of see this material universe in its actuality, and then an ocean becomes a castle of prayer.
Not true? Yeah, not true. Okay, Nalini Mataji, is there light in this room right now? Light is there. Close your eyes. Is there light in this room? Darkness. No, the light is still there. Prabhuji last week he asked the same question. Is the light in this room? Everyone said yes. Close the eyes. Oh, it's dark. No, it's not dark. Light is still there. But we have closed our eyes due to ignorance. Someone doesn't believe is not the question. Because of ignorance, they are thinking that what is the cycle of birth and death? I don't get to birth again. I will go back to heaven after I die. No, ignorance. And we don't care about heaven. We care about back home, back to God, and where there is no coming back. Even if you go to heaven, you still come back. Right? You still come back. So out of ignorance, who does not know that this material world is a miserable place. Shri Shintai Gauranga So out of ignorance, someone doesn't know that this world is a material, miserable place where there is dangers in every step. So out of ignorance only, and those people are called less intelligent people. Right? Why do we have to believe in these things? Right? Like we come from other countries and we start driving on the road, on the side of the road, and we come from other countries. What will happen?
Ticket.
Ticket. Excuse me, gentlemen, I stopped you. The reason I stopped you. I said, no, I don't know. So less intelligent people, now less intelligence. That means we all have intelligence. Could be at the less, could be a little low. Either way. Right? So we have to know where we are, and we have to have our intelligence balance up to the point we can know how to apply. Try to adjust the situation by fruitive activities. Fruitive activities means, in English, means what? You gotta hurry, there is no need. What is it? A band-aid fix. Fruitive activities means band-aid fix. And fruitive activities could also mean a demigod worship. Okay, let's go pray to Indra, pray to somebody get the fix done. No. So, by thinking that the resultant actions will make them happy. By, what's the keyword here? Thinking that makes me happy. Most of us try to do these things. Like, today's world is about losing weight. And everyone wants to lose weight. When? Now. Right now. Okay, any advertisement that comes on the social media, only to try this out. Only $99. Try it out. After that, something else happens, something else, and you spend $1,000. Nothing happens. Right? But because that word is there, losing weight, it talks to us right away. Instant gratification. And instant reaction, instant gratification. So they do not know the material body anywhere within the universe can. Now this is something that can be not so easy to understand or accept. They do not know that no kind of material body, which means as long as we have the material body in the universe, will give us a misery-free life. Right? What is one of the miseries of our life? Huh? No, something more practical, easy to understand. Daily lives.
Eight.
I get sick.
Getting sick? Yes. Yesterday I was fine. Today I got up in the morning sick. Another one misery is that people don't listen to us. It's a misery, right? This kind of real practical thing that happens in our lives.
Thing which we need to do which we don't like.
Forced to do, like going to job. You like the money for the job. Okay, the miseries of life, namely birth. So birth is a misery. Doesn't anyone accept that? Why? It's a misery.
Because you die.
No.
Well, the process itself is
Yeah,
pretty
tell-
painful.
Will
But like,
you explain?
oh, because at least like in Srimad Bhagavatam, it describes that whenever you're in the womb, it's just very painful, and you're fully conscious, you're fully aware of everything that's happening to you in the womb, and so like that's why like whenever you come out of the womb, you're like crying and screaming because you're just in so much pain.
And what's the position in the womb?
Upside down.
Upside down in the bag of?
The
What kind of
like,
liquid is
little
that?
embryo.
Yeah, we're putting liquid in the pus, poop, and pee, and everything is in the bag.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You are in the bag for 9 months, enjoying the nice ocean swimming, whatever you call it. That's what we are. And in that time, now these people won't accept it. The Bhagavatam, the revealed scriptures tells us that the soul who has already developed the consciousness is praying to the Creator. Maybe they know the name or they don't know the name of Krishna, whatever. That please get me out of here as soon as possible. And as soon as you get me out, I will only try to remember you, and I don't want to do any such things, so I will come and take birth this way. See the point? We say we take birth. Oh, kiska birthday, baby, wow, happy birthday. But the soul knows how difficult it was, the journey from there and coming out of a very small hole also. So difficult. Everybody is painful in the situation. Right? It's a practical thing. You don't have to be worried about this thing or being shy to talk about these things. How the soul comes out, pain for the person who's giving birth, painful for the person coming out. Sometimes they don't come out alive also. Come out still. Right? While staying there for 9 months. So we are trying to stay in a place or to enjoy in a place like this. But the soul is constantly praying to the Creator that get me out of here as soon as possible. I cannot bear this pain for 9 months. You want me to live for another 90 years? More pain and pain and pain? But when we get out, come out of the body, the best we can do is to serve the Lord. Now, to serve the Lord, the desire is strong. Then Krishna arranges us to meet some supreme, a spiritual master, a guide who can guide us in this path. So they will understand, yes, the pains, miseries will be there, but at least now I'm trying to perform as much as devotional service so I can get out of this what? Material universe. Okay? Where's the word here? Yeah. Anywhere within the universe, if it's in a material body, we have a material body, which is a material universe, we will always have miseries going with us, always. Okay? So, after we read our present every heart. But what who understands his real constitutional position as the eternal servant of the Lord, thus knows in the position of the personality of Godhead, and engages himself in the transcendental, loving service of the Lord. Consequently, he becomes qualified to enter the Vaikuntha planets, where there is neither material, miserable life, nor the influence of time and death. Right? Kala means there is time. There is time here. You have to stop the class of time. Something else is on time. In the spiritual world, there is no limit of time. Right? Time is time I am. Krishna is time. It just keeps going on. And there is also no light, no darkness. So we don't need lights there. always fully effulgent. No darkness, always light. So this way we know to a place like we also sometimes we don't want to sleep. We want to keep doing things, keep doing our work, whatever work we're doing, farming, gardening, or computer work, and the darkness happens, night time comes, then we are forced to sleep. So then we have to wake up next morning again. But in this life, no sleeping required. Keep going on. So keep serving Krishna. To know one's constitutional position means to know also the sublime position of the Lord. One who wrongly thinks that the living entity's position is and the Lord's position are on the same level is understood to be in the darkness and therefore unable to engage himself in the devotional service of the Lord. He becomes a Lord himself. So when you become a Lord, you have to Lord over the material nature, right? Lord himself and thus paves the way for the repetition of birth and death. Now someone don't believe in the birth and death, thinks that they are me way. I am the God now. I am the creator now. I'll continue to live the life the way I want to live because I don't believe in cycle of birth and death. They pave the way to repeat themselves, come back again, birth and death. Now, okay, most of us got our birth, right, Lucy? We got birth. How many of us felt the pain during the birth? Nobody. No one knows. Does anyone feel? No. You ask Harry. Harry doesn't know. He was young. We don't forgotten.
We felt it, but we don't remember.
Yes.
Right?
We felt about to remember. But what about death? That is already hurting me right now. I have not about that yet. We all know this in our mind. Death is like, what is death like? At least how many?
40,000.
40,000 scorpions. We can't take in one scorpion, but scorpions bite. Death is like, the pain of death is like the biting of 40,000 scorpions. So we know now that about the pain of the death. You can imagine that. We are already feeling scared. We feel painful now already. So death, birth we didn't remember, but we know this is death. So those who don't believe on these things, they will eventually say, oh my God, they have to go through these difficult things. We don't believe in God. So here it says, we are paving our way because we think I am the Lord, I don't worry about anybody, I'm enjoying myself and all good. So but one who understanding this, that his position is to serve, transfers himself to the service of the Lord, at once becomes eligible for Vaikuntha Loka. Now Vaikuntha Loka is material universe? No, very nice. Out of this material universe, right? For service, a service for the cause of the Lord is called Karma Yoga or Bhakti Yoga or in plain words devotional service. So sometimes you might think Karma Yoga is different. No. If it's for the cause of the Lord, it is Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga and Bhakti Yoga, same, all same, doing for the Lord. That is, I think, the end of this, right? Okay. Any questions we did not answer? Or all of them, maybe we didn't answer the way in sequence.
Someone asked, is devotional service the only way?
Okay.
Free?
Yes. Is devotional service the only way for us to become free from the material entanglement? Yes or no?
Yes.
The answer is yes. Now, the Shastra or the Vedic knowledge has to be what? Studied as well as practiced, but before that, accepted. This has to be accepted. Now, the Shastra example is the dog poop and the cow dung. Right? Both are excretions of animals or human beings, living beings, right? But the Shastra reveals the cow dung is pure. We make houses, we make food, we cook food, it gives us, we burn it, gives us gas, nothing. But the dog poop, if it is mentioned, the Shastra will take it. But since it is not, it's dirt or dirty things. But the cow poop or cow dung is used for so many purificatory processes, and also medicinal too. Right? Yes or no? So some of those things that you have mentioned, the question asked, has also to be accepted. Right? If you don't accept these things, you can, just like the driving on the road. You come from other countries and here we drive on the left hand side of the road or right hand side of the road, and you say, no, I will do my own way. No, someone will get you and help you understand, educate you. What's supposed to be done? Otherwise, you get lesson from me or you can get lesson from the jail. Which one you do? So we have to accept such things. You cannot just make our own. Okay. Any other question?
So there was one question, I guess someone was asking how many different types of services and why only devotional service?
Yes.
Is it okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
I first time heard this or saw this Buddhi Yoga, and it says Karma Yoga or Buddhi Yoga. Is it what I'm seeing is Karma Yoga is same as Buddhi Yoga? Is it right? Or
No,
am I understanding it
read
wrong?
from the beginning. Service
Service for the cause of the Lord is called Karma Yoga
or Bhakti Yoga
Both
or
are one
Bhakti
and
Yoga
same.
or Bhakti Yoga. Devotional service is also there. Or Bhakti Yoga. All three are same if it's for the cause of the Lord. If it's not for the cause of the Lord, then they become different. Karma Yoga only for my own karma. I'm doing it for my family, myself. Then you can bind it. And this kind of, that's why the chapter 5 name is what? Does anyone know the name of chapter 5?
Karma Yoga and Krishna consciousness.
Karma Yoga in Krishna consciousness. Chapter 3?
Karma Yoga.
Karma Yoga only. Karma Yoga only. So here, this is what chapter is chapter 2?
Intent of Gita summary.
Gita summary. Gita summary is right here. Gita summary chapter 2, right? So here is telling us, if it's, we understand, anything we do for the Lord, whatever yoga we do, it's the same. It's just serving the Lord. And it's not separating ourselves. It's just like just Buddha yoga is separate, Dhyana yoga is separate, Karma yoga is separate. Service for the cause of the Lord. You do for the Lord, nothing is divided in many things. What type of service we should do?
No, so I guess someone asked like how many different types of services. So I think this last point answered that.
Yeah, okay, yeah. How many different types of services? Yeah, pick up one services, any of the services.
Is one better than the other one?
Oh yeah, is Prabhu asked the question. Is one service better than the other one? Or if the material work is good, why should I have to be doing these things? Material work we do, what happens?
We cannot break the cycle.
240, 240. What is verse 240 say?
Oh.
No loss of diminution. Material work, loss or diminution. Material work, my son is doing PhD. Madonna is doing whatever, higher than that. We already have done this PhD in our life previously. We think now my son is doing this. They have done this in previous lives. Right? The cycle is going back again now. When we get all the troubles, I have to work double shift to pay their fees, and now they're doing it again. Come on, stop it, yeah? No. There is loss and diminution of doing material activities. Now, swa alpam api aset rahate mahato bhayan. A small amount of bhakti done. Small amount of bhakti could be just move moving nicely from there to there, right? It's bhakti. Now what happens? It got recorded in Krishna's book. Now next life if we get, we start from that 0.05 onwards. But material life starts again from A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Right? Like this again, from there. This is what we're worried about. Any other questions on me, Navya? We had left.
What makes someone a great sage or devotee?
Oh, okay. What makes someone a great sage or devotee? What do you think? What makes sense? Anybody want to give some thoughts?
Could you scroll up a little?
Let's go with that.
Or
Something
one
going
who,
on.
oh wait, one who understands the position to serve.
Yeah.
It's the paragraph right after the verse one.
Okay.
Just below that paragraph.
It's below that paragraph. What's your one? Go ahead.
So I was gonna say the same sentence, but it's at the end of the paragraph.
Yeah. Say it.
There.
One
One who understanding his position is to serve transfers himself to the service of the Lord, at once becomes eligible for Vaikuntha Loka. So, going off of what Guru was talking about, someone who understands their position and then actually plays out that service, because both have to be required. You know and then you act.
Good. What chapter? What text?
This text.
Okay, and another reference is chapter 5, text 2. Talks about what?
Chapter 5, text
Real
2.
knowledge and
Real knowledge versus full
Actual,
knowledge.
full knowledge, yes. That's why I got this summary. Okay, the summary. It also talks about that chapter 5 as well. The real knowledge and full knowledge. Description of those two.
So, full knowledge is where you understand the concept, you understand that you're supposed to do devotional service, you understand these different things, but then real knowledge is when you're actually serving and utilizing that knowledge.
Actually do it.
You actually do it.
Yeah. Real knowledge, full knowledge means you know it. And real knowledge means you actually do it. Real knowledge means yes, I know I should feed my kids on time. And real knowledge is still doing it. Because if you just talk about giving talks and motivational talk and TEDx talk, what sounds very good, saying, speaking, but no one does it. And it's like, in the smoking packet, what is written? Smoking kills.
Cause cancer.
Kills or cause cancer, so different things. Yet, the gas station still sells smoke. So, we still smoke, we still sell. So what's the knowledge here? No knowledge, right? There's no question, that's answered. Anything else, President Kumar, since you are reviewing missed?
Any examples of great sages?
Oh, great sages. Example of great sages. Great sages are those who don't get disturbed. Simple example. A few weeks ago, we had a drama here. Yeah. Prahlad Maharaj. He's a great sage. Vishwamitra got disturbed by the Apsara, Menika. Yeah. So you can get a position of something like that. But Prahlad Maharaj did not move. It just says Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Narayana. Same thing with Dhruva Maharaj. These are the great sages that Prabhupada has presented to us to follow. Now we know we grew up with these sages of names. These are sages. No, these are the sages of our, right? Prabhupada, he left Vrindavan at this age. He got 3 heart attacks. Did he say, get my ticket, I'm going back home? Did he say that? He kept crying, he kept hurting himself, and so many different things happened to him. He still came out. That's why all of us are here in the Western country. If he didn't come out of India, he's a great sage.
Prabhupada even made lots of great sages, like His Holiness Bhakti Tirtha Swami. He was one of Prabhupada's main book distributors. He even would preach and do the book distribution in a communist country, which is very I don't know, very risky. I don't know if you guys know too much about that, but I don't know.
Yeah, also not pretty hard.
Great.
He's a great husband, a great childlike spirit when he went out preaching.
Oh, okay. Anything else? We pretty much.
Why are we inside the button?
Didn't we answer that already?
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it. One discussion about it.
Due to ignorance.
Yeah,
You were mentioning about different devotional services.
Yeah, that also we answered this now. Doing different services, which one is better than the other, right? So if we compare for material service, that is going to end 240. No loss, no diminution. It is loss, it is diminution. If you start thinking with A, B, C, and D, right? And when we come to spiritual life, we should also start with A, B, C, D. What is spiritual life, A, B, C, D? A for
Association.
B for
Books.
C for D for
Right.
right. So ABCD. We still do that. This ABCD, spiritual ABCD. The material ABCD is A for apple, B for this, and things. That's what's there. Come back again. But here we do these things, then we start come back again. Start with the E. E for next life. E for elevated next life or next level or bhakti, something most strict. Like you might see sometimes young kids like we have now as a here. These are young kids, most youngest in our group here. 11 and 12, something. 12 and 11, whatever. They are sitting with adults. How much bhakti they have, the desire they have, the likeliness they have to sit here with us and study this. This is special, right? All the devotees who come here is very, very special. Everywhere they are very rare. Everyone who comes to this place or temples. No one that Ramakrishna Maharaj said this, was in Fiji back in Fiji. He said that everyone in this temple room who came here for the very first time, Maharaj is senior sannyasi or guru. He said, everyone who came here for the first time, I'm ready to go and associate with them and sit with them, talk to them. Because this is very rare. Not many devotees come, or people come here to become devotees. Even for the first time, not just someone who is there for a long time. So we see these things happening, and this is how our material life activities and spiritual life activities is now showing the result here. Okay, anything else was there? Pretty much, yeah, we covered everything in a good way, however we want to code in this. So this way now we can always read the Gita like this, read the translation, ask questions from them, and then find the answers in the purport of Srila Prabhupada. Everything will be answered. Most of the things will be answered, or not, maybe a few things here and there we will see. But and in that case we can always get together again and discuss things, with me personally or with some other people who are there. Right? Okay, Radhika Rupa? So we'll go with you, will go with Radhika Rupa. 10 minutes summary, and we have a chair over here.